Hi, this is Raj Subramanian, and today we're going to talk about 5 leadership traits to build high performing teams and be a role model for your team. So, have you ever been in the situation before where you're doing everything possible, but your team is still failing? Or you are getting this negative energy from the team where people are not open to talking to you or they're just avoiding you? So I've been in this situation before, and after talking to a lot of successful leaders and managers, I found that there were 5 leadership traits they follow to ensure the team is successful and they are role model for their teams as well. So here are the 5 traits. The first trait is you need to have clarity in goals and expectations. So this is the thing, without knowing the destination, it's hard for the team to perform their task and follow a process. This is because they don't know what the outcomes are and what needs to be accomplished. So, as a leader, make sure you set clear expectations to each and every member of the team on what is expected from them in the end of the day, and that helps to get more clarity and prevent miscommunication. The second trait is effective communication. So, as a leader, it is your responsibility to set standards and processes to foster effective communication in teams. And there are 3 ways to actually do it. First one is if you're working in IT teams, we follow agile processes and make sure you emphasize the communication aspects in these agile processes where you need to ensure that daily stand-ups, retrospective meetings, planning meetings happen, and make sure everyone communicates as a team and get a chance to put their viewpoints forward to foster effective communication. The second thing you need to do is invest in collaboration tools. Of course, right now with the current pandemic, Zoom is become a word like Google because people just say, "Hey, let's Zoom it, Zoom that." It has become so popular. So try to invest in really good collaboration tools like Zoom to make sure all your teams who are in different locations can communicate as one single unit and there's no obstacles for free flow of communication as well. The third thing is you have to emphasize and encourage socialization. So before the pandemic situation, of course, some ways you could increase socialization would be have team building activities and then have on-site meetings where you fly in people from different locations and then foster the communication. But now with everyone working remotely, have virtual happy hours. Set some time during the week where the entire team is in one meeting and then just talk about their life and what they're going through in this current situation and how they're handling the situation. So those are some things to think about. The third thing you want to do is empower your team. Everyone likes to own something, and that is human nature. So one thing as a leader you could do is assign responsibilities to different individuals and let them own it and make them accountable for it. And there are 3 ways to empower your teams. First one is during your one-on-one meetings, identify the strengths and weaknesses of your team member, and then concentrate on the strengths and assign tasks based on the strengths. Do not care about the weakness because one person's weakness is another person's strength. So there's always another person who could focus on the weakness factor, but concentrate on the strength and assign task based on the strengths. Second one is you could rotate responsibilities. So if you're working, especially in IT teams, what you could do is you could rotate the responsibility during each iteration where one person assumes the role of a scrum master, and then if you have tech lead roles, you can try to switch lead roles between the team members so that they get to know how it is to perform a lead role or how it is to perform another person's task, and it gives them more visibility into each person's work. And then finally, encourage peer coaching because every team member has some sort of skill set to offer, and one person may know something the other person doesn't. So encourage peer coaching where one person can mentor another person on certain skill sets, and that helps to uh, give a feeling of empowerment within teams as well. So that's the third thing. The fourth thing you want is giving feedbacks. Feedback is the single most important thing which you need to have as a leader in your teams, because people know when they're doing great things and they need to know when they have to improve on stuff. And it applies to you as well as a leader, because you need to know whether what you are doing is making an impact in your team and for your project and for your company. So there are three ways to actually give feedbacks. First one is set effective feedback loops. So there are two ways you can set effective feedback loops. One is you can encourage reactive feedback and proactive feedback. Proactive feedback is where when when you do something, you as a person, as a team member, can ask, hey, I did this thing, what do you think about it, can you give me feedback? So you're proactively asking for feedback. The next one is reactive feedback, where you do something and then based on that, based on what you did, you as a leader can give the person feedback saying, hey, you did this in the meeting, but one suggestion is you could do this in a different way because that would be more effective, right? So proactive and reactive feedback is one way to do it. And then one-on-ones. So during a one-on-one conversation every week or bi-weekly basis, give feedback to your team member about what he or she is doing great, what he or she could improve on, and that helps them to perform better as and when they progress through their projects as well. And then recognize individual contribution. People like to be recognized for good work. And as a leader, what you could do is whenever you notice really good work, which could be an example for other people to follow, email the team with the person's name and the whole team on CC to recognize that person for their good work, or give appreciation cards or gift cards to recognize good work as well. So this encourages other team members to do their best work. And finally, increase visibility. People need to know how their work contributes to the growth of the company. And one way to do this is make each person's work visible and also make them accountable for it. There are many tools and dashboards which makes helps to make a team's and team members task visible, and that helps to let them know how their work actually impacts the team and the company as well. So there you go. Those are the 5 leadership traits to build high performing teams and earn the respect of your team members as well. If you like this video, please go ahead and subscribe, because I'm gonna have more videos like this coming up in the upcoming weeks. And I also have a freebie which you could download, and it'll be in the show notes shortly. And yeah, hopefully you find this video useful, and if you have any questions, you know where to find me. So till then, take care, and I'll see you in the next video.